Welcome to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your angel medium, Julie Jancis, and today we're sharing your angel stories. Why do our angels and loved ones above show us signs? Yes, they want us to know they're okay and at peace, but deeper than that, they want us to connect with them so that they can help us more from the other side. Friends, it all begins with your intuition, vibration, and experiencing oneness. Your intuition is your soul's voice. It's also how your loved ones talk to you from heaven. In this podcast, we teach you how to turn up the volume on your intuition so that you can hear their loving messages more clearly. We also teach you how to raise your vibration and feel your oneness with all that is. Friends, you are here to love, give love, receive love, be love, radiate love. And because your soul is love, all you really ever have to do is just be. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. Today, we are here with Jackie. Jackie has a lot of angel stories for us today. Jackie, I'm so excited to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me back and for reaching out. I feel honored.
Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm going to let you take it away and share your stories, which I understand relate to interactions that you've had volunteering for students within my Angel Reiki School.
They do. And I've had a lot of people reaching out to me. So I was blown away by that. I've had 3 different people. And the first person, I had 3 different sessions with her. And it was all distance and it was amazing. And actually in that first session, I believe my mom kind of came through, but I didn't acknowledge it. She said there was a woman and she had a vest on and she kind of described her. And it was my first distance Reiki session with her. So I didn't want to interfere or say, oh, I think I know who that is. So I just kind of was like, and took it all in. And then that was back in July. And then in September, I had another Reiki session. Somebody else reached out to me and I was kind of blown away. I was like, surely somebody else needs this Reiki, but yes. And so that was fantastic as well. And then in October, a 3rd volunteer reached out. And to the point where I was kind of questioning, I was like, I'm a little bit protective of my energy, but I've had Reiki training a long time ago. So I felt okay. But I actually even emailed you and said, is this okay? I've had, this is a 3rd one. And do you think this would be a good idea? But I think you just happened to be like on a break or you didn't the email didn't go through. Probably wasn't meant to be. And so I decided on my own, I'm going to go ahead with this session. And so I'm so glad I went ahead with the session. And I'm actually pretty sure that the reason I had so many people contacting me is because my mom was like, hello. She knew this is a way to get in touch with me.
Yes. That's
this last session, which was in October that I almost bypassed. Thank goodness I didn't. She said in the beginning, like right away, she said, there's a female stepping forward for you. She didn't announce who she was. And this time I was sure. And I said, I think it's my mom probably. And, I was kind of matter of fact. And I've gotten lots of signs anyway. So I wasn't like, oh, please make it be her. I was like, at this point, I'm like, it's probably her. And she said, yes. She just whispered yes in my ear. And she had lots to say during the session. One of the things that, I'll kind of come around to it, but she said, that you are very intuitive and you know it. And I said, yes. I said, I've gotten a lot of signs from you. I love it. Thank you. I see you coming through as hummingbirds and bald eagles a lot. And she validated, and she said also as blue jays, which I had seen tons of them like right after she passed. But what blew my mind was 2 nights before this Reiki session, and I've never had this before, an image of a blue jay appeared in my mind. It was like at night. I don't know if it was different than a dream, and it wasn't an actual live blue jay. It was like the symbol of a blue jay outlined, and I saw the color blue, clear as day. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but cool crazy. But then she was just saying like how much love she had for our family. She saw like, she was talking about my husband and my daughter and how proud she was of us. And, it just felt amazing and such a great connection. But then it gets more interesting. The volunteer said, "Did your mom write a book?" And I said, "Yes, but she didn't finish the book." And it was one of the first things after she passed that I was like going through her office and like, where is this book? I'm going through her computer. I'm going through files. I couldn't find it. My sister couldn't find it. And so she said, she's saying that it's almost finished and she wants you to finish it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a great honor. And he said, but I don't know that I have that same skill set. She was a therapist. And I think it was on like the impacts of domestic abuse in families on children, something of that effect. And she said, it's pretty much finished. It would just be like tying it up. And I said, okay. And she said, she sees it. It's like on a bookshelf. You're going to find it. It's in papers. And so I've been working with my sister. We haven't found it yet, but I have some, I might try to reach out to an editor. I have to look through her phone to try to finish this book. And she said a lot of other things that really rang true. But what just blew me away is that she kept coming through these Reiki volunteers to get that message across.
I love that. Well, and this is how it works too. So we need a lot of volunteers. We need up to about 30 volunteers, sometimes 40 a month. So the way that this works is the team pulls from folks who have written like positive reviews. They pick, and it doesn't matter if that review is on Facebook, on Google, or on Apple Podcasts. But if you've written a 5-star review, they'll like pick different ones. So there's a list. They go through. They offer those sessions to those who have written reviews. And if they don't respond within a certain time, then they go to the next person. And then we go to the next person and the next person. So that's how you got selected 3 times, which is absolutely fine.
And the other interesting thing is that I meant to, after I had that amazing experience with the volunteer, I was going to send you an email saying, guess what? This happened and thank you. And then you reached back out to me and said, hey, were you ever on the podcast? And I said,
when I was going through all the angels,
I was, but I have this like tie-in that I would love to share with you.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. I love that. I love that you got those messages. I love that your mom kept coming through like 3 different times. That's absolutely amazing. We see that all the time. You know what else is the wildest thing, Jackie? Nobody will call all month. And then we have been for right now, we're starting the Angel Reiki School on the 1st of each month. And we'll get like 6 to 10 people who register within 3 days of one another. And what's fascinating is that Spirit brings together people who have similar backgrounds. They do this all the time. So one cohort will have all of the same background. The next cohort will have this similar thread of all the same background. And you're like, you can't make this stuff up. Like you can't make this happen. It comes out of thin air. It just arrives because Spirit is just like laying it in your lap. And these cohorts, they're just so beautiful because they stay together. I mean, some of these that have been going from like 2 years ago, they still talk to one another.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all of my experiences were so deep. And so like, I felt amazing after. And yeah, one of them went on and has her own business now. And yeah, it's such good stuff.
I've got a few announcements. This month's winner of the drawing is Rebecca Nagel, who gets one free session with me. Email me a screenshot of your 5-star positive review on Apple Podcasts, Google Business, or my Facebook page for your chance to win next month. Details are in the show notes. Friends, in the Angel membership in May 2021, I'm teaching you a new course on finding your soul's purpose. Why is your soul here? What is your path forward? You'll connect with the Seraphim angels, Seraphina, and Archangel Raziel to find your answers, create a roadmap plan, and feel confident about your soul's purpose. To join this course live or replay at any time, sign up for the Angel membership today. Also, a new class of the Angel Reiki School begins May 1st. Join this separate program to develop your unique spiritual gifts and become an Angel Reiki Master. I'm still offering private readings. To book one, sign up for our weekly Angel email. Once a month, that email contains a link to book your session online. One more thing, I am loving spending time live with you, answering your questions on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Follow me on social and our newly launched YouTube channel for tons of new video content. Thanks for your support and sharing this podcast with your people. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's the point, right? To have people start their own businesses and be able to do this work, because I think that, what people don't talk about a lot of times is that it's really a smaller world than you think it is, right? That everybody pretty much knows one another within this realm, and it's a very tight-knit community. And there can be people, like I experienced this in the corporate world, right? Where some people wanted to help you, but they didn't want to help you enough where you were going to surpass where they were, right? There was kind of this energy in it. And it's not everywhere, but you can feel it sometimes, this energy of ego. And I talk about it a lot in the Angel Reiki School about how one of the teachers that I worked with did not tell me this as I was going through the entire program. I was going through the program because I wanted to teach and because I knew that this was my calling and this is what I wanted to do. So I went through and I did my Chios energy healing certification first. And when I went to graduate, she handed me the paper, my certification, and I'll never forget, she wouldn't release her hand. And I was like, what's going on? Why aren't you giving me my certificate? I'm going to take it. And so I look up and I look in her eyes and she said, before I hand this over to you, you have to promise me that you're not going to teach. I am the Chios energy healing teacher in this area. And while this certification says that you are a Chios master teacher, you are not to teach. And it felt like somebody had just kicked me in the stomach. Here I had spent half a year learning from this soul. And I understood where she was coming from in her humanity of wanting to make enough money to support herself, to support her family. And so out of respect, I didn't teach Chios energy healing, because in order to take my certification that day, my certificate, I had to say I wouldn't. And so that's why I went on, after getting that certification, I went on to get a Reiki Master Teacher certification. And I bridged different things that I learned along the way to create Angel Reiki. which I thought, I had this vision of Angel Reiki since taking my Reiki energy healing. And I thought, okay, you know what? Like boom, boom, boom. I'm just going to get all of these videos done. I'm going to get this up. I'm going to get this all online. Took 4 years, like this vision that I had in my mind of what Spirit was bringing through, what this program was. It took 4 years to like really channel out and work with different groups, because that's the thing. When you're a teacher, whether it is Reiki or any energy healing or anything spiritual within the healing community, the questions that people ask you as you're teaching anything are as much your teacher as you are teaching them. So when people ask you questions, it actually is this beautiful opportunity, if you're able to release your egoic mind, to be like, okay, that's an amazing question. I haven't thought about that question yet. I haven't gotten that question yet. Like, let's go into that. Let's explore that. I'm going to come back to you with some more information. And you pause and you go inward and you really come to what it is that Spirit wants to say. And that's how Spirit really builds out a program for the teachers who, and this could be in any arena, the teachers who are offended by questions, they're not allowing their programs to really be led by Spirit, because it doesn't allow the program to evolve or expand, right? So I love the way that Spirit has just really been the front and foremost of creating the content and creating everything, and me just being the tool. And I love that you said that, because I think people need to know, and I think people need to ask the question of the teachers that they're working with, like, are you going to allow me to teach this afterwards? Because it's a question that I didn't think of to ask when I mean, you're getting the certification and it just said you can teach once you're a master, level teacher, and to study for that long and to, just put so much time and effort into it. I think it's a question that people should ask the teachers that they're working with. But that's what we want, right? We want people to go through different programs that resonate with them and take it and use it in the way that they feel called in order to help humanity. Sometimes I'm like in meditation and Spirit will show me like the most gorgeous vision, which is, if you ever feel within your heart, like your heart's being pulled, right? Like you are being pulled in a direction. I need to learn this. I need to learn that. And I'll actually get these tugs on my heart. And sometimes they're not for right now. They're for years in the future. Like I know that I will work on hypnotherapy one day in the future when Elle's older. Like I just don't have space to pull it in right now, but it's so on my heart. It so calls to me. We have these callings within our hearts and we have to follow them. So this vision that Spirit gave me is that the souls that are here on earth, that you are here to help. Let's say there is a huge millions that this book is supposed to reach, right? For you, Jackie. Let's say this book is supposed to reach 1 million souls here on earth. Those souls, their higher self, they know. They know exactly where this book is. They want you to find it. They're trying to help you find it. Because when they do, and they're pulling you in this direction, when you fulfill what you're here to do in this world, you're part of their steps in their journey, in their awakening. And then they're able to open up their hearts. They're able to follow their callings. They're able to help the millions of souls that they're here to help. So your connection, and what Spirit was showing me in this visual, is this web where here you are, just the listener, sitting at your home, in your car, at work, at, wherever you are right now, thinking, what can I do? The question isn't what can you do? It's what's calling to your heart? What's there? What is with your energy? Because pulls within your heart, they're not just coming from you. They're not just coming from your spirit team, from God, your angels, your loved ones. They're coming from the higher selves of all of the souls here on earth that you are here to help. Because when you do what you're supposed to do, you activate their souls and they activate other souls. And here you have, then you can just see it like everything is lit up on earth within a matter of so many years. If we all follow our hearts, if we all come into this, like it all lights up.
That makes so much sense. And even though, like when she was here on earth, she very much, she encouraged me to write a book of my own. I'm a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, and I work in early intervention. I work with families, and she was very much encouraging me to do so. And I was like, no, I don't think that's my calling. No. And I kind of pushed it away. And it's really interesting because that message that came through was very similar to the one that she gave when she was here on earth. And it was in a different form, like, oh, this book. But, I forgot to add that what also came through is she kept saying to use my throat chakra, and she kept seeing me on a podium, which is very much something that she promoted and encouraged. And she was a teacher and she did that. But I always was like, no, I can't do that. That's not for me. And I am getting different tugs, maybe not like specifically related to her book. I have to find it and read it now, of course. But, like speaking up about neurodiversity and speaking about different things, like it is percolating, just like you said, like you feel things like the hypnotherapy or things that are later on. I definitely feel those things, and I can feel her presence, like encouraging. I don't it's not, all the pieces aren't linked together. I don't know exactly if it's finishing her book and having it published and reading it, or if it's something related, but I definitely feel that super strongly. And even like when she was here on earth, my mom and my sister and I were like trying to come up with some sort of, we were all going to use our backgrounds and like kind of like present different messages for families that we each had different backgrounds, but there was a lot of commonalities, and that vision never came to fruition before she passed. And it was logistically difficult because we were on different coasts. But I definitely feel like that expansiveness that I tend to just, I love my life and I like my, it's like all packaged up, and I do my work and I, do my life, but I feel those bigger pulls, like they're out there.
Oh, 110%. And you know what? A lot of times it isn't just for us to have all of the answers. I mean, that's a question that I have gotten a lot from different students is, this impatience that can come through sometimes from our human selves of like, I want it now. Okay, Spirit, you're trying to bring through a message, and they think that the entire message is supposed to come in this instance. But that's not the way that Spirit communicates. A lot of times it's just you get one puzzle piece at a time, and they're not asking you with that one puzzle piece to complete the whole puzzle. They're asking you to hold it. They're asking you to be ready for it. Because if you had found the manuscript, right, and somebody said, you need to finish this, you might think to yourself, nah, I can't do that. Or you might think, I'm not a speaker. I can't get up in front of the podium. But if your mom hands you that piece and she makes you marinate in it for a while, and she sends you these visions within your imagination of you up in front of all of these people. Perhaps you're signing your book, then you're talking about your book. It starts to grow this energy within you, like a little seed that grows into this big oak tree. But without it having that time to marinate, a lot of times we would leave something behind by making this quick snap judgment of saying, nah, that can't be right. So I truly believe now that this process where spirit just gives you one little piece, you marinate in it for a time, and then we always know when it comes and it clicks. You have those moments of you're like, that was it. That was it. That, 5 years you had me marinating on this and this is what it's for. Oh my gosh. You always have those moments. But then when it clicks and you go, oh, this is it, then you're ready. And you've been marinating in it so much that you're like all in. You can tell me what to do. I'm game. God, work through me. Point me in the right direction. Whatever you want to do, let's do. Let's go. And that's how they work through us.
And that's exactly what she said. Like she said, there is no pressure and there are no timelines and this would be a great honor. Like it felt good. Like, here you go. It didn't feel like this is some unfinished work of hers. It felt exactly like what you said. Like, here's a puzzle piece. It felt interesting and like, oh, okay. And yeah, I kind of see it, but yeah, exactly. Like it'll probably take some time to percolate and to come together. But yes, that is exactly how it was presented. Yeah.
My angel team right now is saying to share with the entire audience that's listening that if this resonates for you today, that this message is for you as well. So if something, you have one of those puzzle pieces and you're waiting for the whole, you're not supposed to have the whole yet. And you're just supposed to be marinating and daydreaming and visualizing the one piece that you have and becoming comfortable with it. So I just wanted you to know that this message is for everybody listening today. Jackie, thank you for being our angel today, for coming on the show and sharing your story.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh my gosh, of course. Always nice to connect with you. Friends, if you have an angel story to share, please email in your story. We'll send you a link so that you can be on the show as well. My email is juliejancis@gmail.com. It's also in the show notes. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful souls, I'm so excited to announce that my book on angels and how they're working miracles in your life will be available on Amazon fall of 2021. If you're listening on or after fall of 2021, check it out. Friends, if you'd like to work with me each week, my angel membership program is perfect for you. You can join at any time and you get access to past courses. In 2021, I'll be teaching you about a new topic each month. We started the year in February with a course on oneness and raising your vibration. March is angel communication, how to hear your angels. April is trusting your intuition. May is knowing your soul's purpose. June is working with Archangel Raphael to learn self-energy healing techniques and Chakras 101. July is rewriting the stories you've been holding on to. August is all about rewiring your mind to move past blocks. September is energetically working through ancestral trauma. October is working with your inner child and Archangel Michael. November is a guide to being an empath. Then we're rounding out the year with a course in December that helps you connect with your loved ones on the other side to help you deepen your personal connection with them. And in January 2022, we'll be back with a whole new course on manifestation and co-creation. You get all of this live group access to me, 2 new pre-recorded Reiki healings, and advance notice to book a session with me when you're an angel member. Sign up for the angel membership anytime. If you're listening in 2022, please know that we're planning to add new content each month. For details and to sign up, view the show notes below. Friends, the only thing that's not included in the Angel membership right now is the Angel Reiki School, where you learn to develop your unique spiritual gifts. Whereas the Angel membership is about your awakening journey and your personal spiritual growth. The Angel Reiki School, on the other hand, certifies you as an Angel Reiki master teacher and teaches you the art of energy healing and bringing through messages for your clients. Friends, if you're feeling called to the Angel Reiki School, it's because the souls you're here to help on earth, well, their omnipresent piece of them, their higher selves on the other side, that's what's behind you, pushing you, fueling you to become who you're meant to be. Because when you do, they know your work will shift the trajectory of their life here. That's what I mean when I say you have big purpose in this lifetime. A new class of the Angel Reiki School starts on the 1st of each month. Speaking of the Angel Reiki School, we're going to need about 800 volunteers this year. We select volunteers from people who've written a 5-star positive review and emailed us a copy. That way, we have a way of contacting you for your free volunteer session. Many of you have asked if I'm still booking sessions, and the answer to that is yes. I love my sessions with you. We have a new system where we send out an email once a month with a link to my calendar for you to book online. It's really easy. All you have to do is sign up to be on my email list on my website, theangelmedium.com. I've been spending a ton of time going live with you on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and I'm having a blast with it. Join me over on social and our newly launched YouTube channel for tons of new content, teaching videos, and actual video footage of these podcast episodes. Friends, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being part of this community and listening to this show. I truly feel that this is your show and the Angel's show, and I just feel so blessed to be a part of it. You're the most supportive community a podcaster could have. I pray for you every day. If you have a special prayer request, you can submit it through my website homepage, and I'll be praying for you personally. Now for the oneness meditation, which is the last 5 minutes of every episode. And as you do this meditation, you'll raise your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Friends, what I want you to do is to just get into a relaxed position. If you are driving, operating machinery, need to concentrate, then this meditation is not for you. But anyone who is able to focus their attention on it, please join me. Friends, I want you to start by taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I want you to imagine that your socks, your shoes are off, and that your bare feet are able to connect with the soil of the earth. And down through the bottom, the soles of your feet, are these large roots that go down far and wide into the earth. Those roots go down far and wide, anchoring you into the earth as if you were a tree yourself. And up through those roots comes this beautiful, yummy, tingly energy. Begins to tingle at the tip of your toes. I want you to allow this yummy, tingly energy to just dance up over your feet, around your ankles. Feel this yummy, tingly energy as it moves up over your calves, your shins, all the way up to your knees. this energy at your knees and allow it to move up the thighs, the hamstrings, all the way up to the sides of the hips. I want you to allow this energy to move from the hips up to the base of your spine, the base of your stomach. And I want you to feel this energy as it climbs up the spine and the stomach, all the way up until it reaches your heart. As you feel this yummy, tingly, sparkly energy surrounding the outside of your heart, filling the inside of your heart, notice how your entire body comes into a gentle state of ease. Allow this energy to move up into the shoulders, into the neck. Feel it as it fills your entire head, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. And then feel this energy as it moves through the hair follicles on the top of your head, so that you feel this yummy tingliness 2 inches to 10 feet or higher above the top of your head. Friends, you might feel like there's a string above your head lifting you up towards the sky. You might feel an airy floatiness. You might feel an expansive spaciousness. What I want you to do from here is imagine that there is this large opening at the crown of your head. It's the size of a cereal bowl, right? And I want you to imagine that it extends upwards towards heaven and that God sends this loving, peace-filled oneness energy. It's love, it's joy, it's peace, it's bliss, it's ease, it's grace. And God just sends this energy through the crown of your head. It moves through your head, down through your neck, down through your shoulders, and it starts to pool. This God energy starts to pool around your heart, within your heart. And I just want you to feel that for a moment. And I want you to just tap in and notice. I want you to notice that your heart, your physical heart, is one with your body. And I want you to notice that your heart and your body are one with the air surrounding you. And I want you to notice that your heart, your body, the air surrounding you are one with all life here on earth. All plants, all people, all animals, all life on earth. And now notice how your heart, body, air surrounding you, all life here on earth are connected to everything, everywhere. Friends, did you notice how your body got more expansive, your energy got more expansive, and you could feel out into your auric field, you could feel out into the energy of the world, into the energy of everything, everywhere. Friends, that is oneness, and you can carry oneness with you in your everyday. I don't want you to stop here. I don't want you to open up your eyes. I want you to continue this meditation and to see that surrounding you are angels. You have guardian angels around you. You have cherub angels holding this space open for you to get into oneness at any time. You have archangels working with you in every area of your life. You have loved ones on the other side. See them. See them in detail, friends, because you seeing them in detail is the exact same thing as you going to them on the other side, knocking on their door, asking them to spend time with you. They love you so incredibly much. They want to spend time with you. They want to develop that relationship with you. When they're there, you're here. I know it's different, but you can still have that beautiful, incredible relationship. All of these beings, your angels, your guides, your loved ones on the other side, they form your spirit team who's always working to guide you, direct you, protect you. Friends, what I want you to do is just take some time with them right here, right now. What they want you to know is that they are working with you all the time. What they want you to know is that they are sending you signs and symbols to show you that they're next to you. Friends, they ask you to see that they are bringing in gift after gift after gift through your heart chakra to bless your life with miracles. Friends, it's your job to remain open, to believe, and to trust that they are working miracles in your life. Friends, I love you. They love you so incredibly much. Stay open and know, believe, trust, have faith, know like you know that they are working with you always. See you here next time. Have a blessed day.